before the video ends, I wanted to add to the video. Good morning. I wanted to add this male that's a black male that's in my building. And he believes he's a very Bible freak, and he kind of like he has crazy eyes. He like just seems really psycho, just like Umar Johnson, the way there his eyes is like, and stuff like that. And he believes that white people are going to be our slaves and stuff like that. And I have grown to like, white people. As I said, I've dated white people. My first kiss was a white girl, and I had, and so of course a white man, and I could have been pregnant by a white man before as well. And I do know that there are white men that are better than Umar Johnson in this male that I'm about to show now. And so I don't really believe that that's how it's going to be. Like, what's the point of resetting the world just to like have the same bullshit happens? And this is what he said. I called him in the elevator. No, Moonlight.
Nothing gonna be our slave, but then we gonna be on top.
Okay. About the Bible and stuff.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna never change.
You believe that white people gonna be our slaves?
Nothing gonna be our slave, but then we gonna be on top.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm already on top, but okay. Be our slaves?
Nothing gonna be our slave, but then we gonna be on top.
Okay.
How you doing?
You believe that white people gonna be our slaves?
Nothing gonna be our slave, but then we gonna be on top.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm already. So as you said, I just played it a couple times so you can hear it. So he believes, first he did say that they were going to be a slave. They said the same thing that happens to us, white people are going to get done to them. He said not that we're going to be our slaves, but we're going to be on top. These black males that are being shown, like Umar Johnson, I would prefer to be ruled by a white male before I ever be ruled by a mindset like Umar Johnson, because they just have been oppressed for so long. They don't understand. They don't know how to have leadership, and just so much anger. And they might seem like that because of how they're speaking consciously, but I promise you, they're not good leaders at all, and they're not going to be. And this person, Kanye West or whatever, he is not fit to be a president. He can't even be a real man. So that's not, he sold his mother into, you sold your mother. Your mother was, how did your mother was sacrificed? Because last time I checked that you have to be sacrificed because you have to sacrifice them. And you now just want to come out talking about this. I'm so tired of hearing about this guy. He like, a lot of black males are attention seekers, like with the sagging pants, even when they don't sag their pants, they are really much so attention seekers, and it's super annoying how much they like try to seek attention. And that's exactly what he's doing. You're old as hell. Sit the fuck down. This lie that males do not have a time when they need to sit the fuck down. That's a lie. It's time for his ass to sit the fuck down. I don't know why males, you know damn well that you don't look like better than a female. And gay males, when they put on, they put on female clothes, and that's how they start looking better, by having female wear on them, female makeup and wigs and stuff like that. So what the fuck are you talking about? You guys, you don't look better. So what? You need to sit the fuck. Women can look good up to like a long time, 60, 70. So you need to just sit the fuck down as well. And I just wanted to show you that. And Coca Woman, you have to watch these videos that I'm making. I don't know why males, I'm seeing my stats and stuff, is more males that are watching my videos and not females. I'm like, I would think as a female, if I was not myself and I saw the titles that I had, I'll be intrigued enough to click on them. But you are going past probably for videos that are really disrespecting you. And you have become so comfortable being told that you're inferior to men. And I'm I'm not going to spend my life waking up. I prefer to make money off of your weakness at this point, because this is so irritating. I see you can't see my hearts on my hair, but obviously the shadow is there and stuff like that. But I did want to add to the video before I ended that about the story that I just heard about, and I just want people to know.
The man I want to talk about briefly is Clarence King, who was the fourth of these great surveyors. He was a young Newport, Rhode Island WASP. He came from a very aristocratic family, went to Yale, PhD at Harvard, geologist, diminutive, friend of John Hayes, friend of Henry Adams, were very well connected in American society, and a very, very good geologist. And he was put in charge of what was called the 40th Parallel Survey, to survey all the land between Sacramento in the west and Cheyenne in the center of the country, 1,000 miles and 100 miles north and south. Took him 7 years to do it. Impeccable maps. They cost hundreds of thousands of dollars if you want to get the full report of the 40th Parallel Expedition. And as a reward for doing that so well, he was made the first ever director of the United States Geological Survey, a body which still exists today. However, he had a peculiar personal life. He, and I trust no one will be offended, it's early in the morning, I'm afraid, but he sexually very energetic, but he didn't like white women. He loved Native American women and he loved black women. And there came an event when he was well on in years. He was walking across through Riverside Park in New York, and he saw walking towards him a black woman. And for him, it was a sort of a coup de foudre. He saw this, he said, "This is the woman of my dreams." But instead of going up to her and saying, "Good evening, madam, my name is Clarence King, I'm director of the United States Geological Survey, will you have dinner with me?" He's thinking too fast on his feet. He made a remark which turned his whole life topsy-turvy. He said, "Good evening, madam, my name is James Todd." Where he got that name from, I don't know. "I may look white, but I'm in fact black, and I'm a porter with the Pullman Railway Company. Will you have dinner with me?" This is that guy. This is that guy.
Today we begin with a woman who was born a slave around 1860.
Martha Sandweiss wrote a...
So you can watch that and take from it what you want, but there have been white men that actually were white fully, that actually they wanted cocoa women and loved them so much that they decided to pass as a black person, just as black people decided to pass as white people. So it has been the same. And people think that white men are gonna apologize for slavery. Get that out of your head, because I have seen so many porn videos. I don't watch porn a lot. When I say I've seen so many porn videos, I mean in the time when I did watch porn, of like white men, and they had there a bunch of videos saying BWC, which means big white, cock, and they were saying like big BWC dominates chocolate vagina. And I've seen like a lot of just as vice versa, if I seen gay male dominates butthole, and it was mostly white male, black males they were with the title and stuff like that. And I'm so done with these type of things and stuff like that, and it's just like so irritating. So I just wanted to show that type of stuff. Like, you have to understand that white males can be better than these conscious males that you're talking about, and they're not as better as they might seem. And just please like get that out of your head, because that's gonna stop you from elevating. And if you think that your life as a woman is just have children, and you thinking that that's just it, especially with a black male, you have to like really look deep, especially with a black male, an African male, like what you are giving, because it's a gift to have their child, and they don't understand that it should be a gift to have their child, their seed spread into your body. You're carrying a seed for like 9 months, and your life is overtaken by that, and a lot of females' lives are overtaken by that. And a lot of males don't understand the issues not issues, but they like to belittle women and like to say that, oh, we give you the babies. Okay, you give people the babies and things like that, but you had women where like before they were killing their children, they were eating them as food. This whole facade of like what women are is just new, just like with men, not having sex with younger females. This was just made a law like 1,000 or a few years ago. I don't know how long it was ago, and I'll ask Google. What was the year that men were forbidden to stop having sex with younger females? Middle ages for women. And it's been a long, very much so. In particular, scholars have emphasized the horror felt at the idea that a wife might pass her lover's child off as one of her husband's legitimate affairs. And adultery was a female crime in the Middle Ages. It was a female crime and things like that. This is a planet of horrors, as I keep saying. Earth, like, you gotta understand, there have been so many tribes that have made so many tribes to the fact that they don't even know or believe that they're cousins, like Pakistani and Indian people and Ethiopians. The fact that you don't think that your culture is very similar to each other is very weird to me, because it very much so is similar. And this is a planet of horrors. People have been fucking for a very long time. Women have become very submissive to the lies of men and everything like that, and it's like super like disgusting, honestly. That this is what it has come to. I'm so tired of talking. I'm so tired of talking about things like this. So I see why I don't have a lot of views for my videos, because I'm so tired of talking. I just like, I don't understand, like, I don't have it like talking about things like this, because I would hope that everyone understands this, but unfortunately I have to tell people that don't. This type of situation, a male would not be able to be a man if a woman was not a woman. You don't need for your physicality, as I kept saying. As my male and female cats, I watch them all the time. You can say they're cats, they're not the same. It's a lie. He gets aggressive with her when she doesn't want to have sex with him. And it's like things. I guess maybe that's the reason why. It's like when someone told me I was gonna be famous, I'm like, bro, if I can't be, because I don't have the energy to like explain shit that should be understood already. Like, I just don't understand. I don't have the energy to explain things that should be understood. Why someone would be in someone's culture, you're wearing their hairstyles, but you're still racist. That's because black males are not really caring of these females. They're really only wanting to have sex with them because of being superior of a white man. They're not really caring about that. So this is why a lot of these females are racist, because if these black males were really alpha females, alpha males, I said females, if they were really alpha males, then why can't you keep your other races of women in check, not to say racist things? And that's because you're not in check, because the reason why you are with them is not because of a good reason. You're with them to feel superior white men, because regardless of you having money, like Nick Cannon and Jay-Z, they still are under white man's rule and don't feel like a powerful man because they're under white man's rule. So to make themselves feel powerful, they like to fuck white women and the racist. And it's like, as I said, I was raped, and my son is now with 2 white women, and I just don't like the disrespect of white women and them being used and stuff like that. And it's like really annoying. And it's like, I don't want my son to grow up to think like Kevin Samuels and stuff like that. And it's just like super annoying. And please don't think I'm bitter because I don't have sex with black guys. I'm just like really super like, I'm just like really tired, and it's like, I'm really annoyed. I hate like being all aggressive. As you see, I can't even scream. I don't even have the energy to scream. I was like, what's the point of screaming? Because what's the point? Like, I just like, I've been with like Asian men, Indian men, Pakistani, white men. I don't have an enemy to be racist when I've had intercourse with these men raw, and I just want love. And I notice with a lot of black males, I don't sense love when they're being with a lot of cultures. And this is why a lot of stories are coming out about them about being gay. Because a lot of these men have to have an intercourse with a lot of women because they probably they did have sex to get into the industry, and they had to have babies with a lot of women to like prove that these stereotypes or rumors about them are not right, and type of things like that. And it's like, oh, cool, you're still gay, bruv. It's like so obvious. And like, I was signing on a dotted line quick as hell just to get you off here. You're just so annoying, and my voice is way more needed than you. Like, if this is a white man's world, then before I'm 25, then my word should be known. If this really is a white, privileged white man world, then my word should be known before I'm 25. Just saying. So guys, I decided today I'm gonna F with like people on tag after the situation that had happened to me, and I want to F like not like fuck. I'm not a bully, and I don't like bullying, and I don't support that because, as I've stated before, that there are a lot of children that have cancer, regardless of people like there are women because of black males or other races that likes to put in people's faces about hair because we put extensions, even though like not we because this is my real hair, but like women like because of black males saying these type of things around them, and I want to like see exactly where your mind at. Basically, I'm not like bullying anybody because I don't care. As I said, I was raped by a male and when I was 16, and I have a son that's now with 2 white women, so I don't bully anybody. I love all colors, and I've also my first kiss was a white girl. So I don't like I'm not in like bullying, but I decided to do an experiment, and I'm gonna do a YouTube experiment, and I'm gonna see how people are on tag, and I'm gonna ask them questions that they probably wouldn't think that they would be asked on tag. So this is one thing I tagged for this person.
Do you like Coco? Do you like Coco? You like woman? You like you like Coco?
Stop laughing. You're making me laugh, bro. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but like,
You like Coco?
how you feeling though? Bro, why you keep saying it? um, why is it like that?
Oh, I'm checking these things connect to my AirPods. You want them to look? Why is this not connecting to my okay here?
Oh, I know how that is.
I'm typing something.
An experience for you. I never had
An experience I've never had sex with black boys, but wait, what?
Okay, can someone read that for me? Because, like, I'm very okay, let me just focus here. Just give me a second. Alright.
Whoa, that was deep. Hold
Alright,
on.
let me find out here. I don't even know who this is, but let me find. Okay. Oh, concentrate, Courtney. Alright. I look so I look so bad right now. Okay. Okay, okay. Experience for you. I never had sex with headphones, but I was raised in a this was too long. What?
I'm texting her and I'm saying I'm not lying. My first kiss was a white girl. And this is not a lie. Girl alone. And I text her that, and like she's like really tipsy right now. This is one of the lives I go into. This is like just like let people know where people our mindsets are. I even say on camera. She doesn't know how, like a lot of people that get on this app, they don't know how to respond because a lot of these people are like, and especially like I'm attracted to all colors and like unfortunately like a lot of the white girls on this app are ghetto. And like they don't understand these things because they're usually like around a black ghetto person. They don't understand a lot of things that I'm saying. And that's like why I decided to do this experience today with people. I know my videos are not like in the I don't know why because I have an updated computer. This is actually a new model of Windows. I don't know what happened. I clicked off. It's because like this is a new models of Windows, and I don't know why. Like my camera looks so blurry, like an antenna TV. But like, and this is new models of Windows, as I was stating, and I just wanted to do this experiment because of so much stuff that I have been having, and things like that. So I wanted to do this experiment, and they say like white women are softer, but in actuality, not just all white women. This is all colors, even with like African women. We have a tendency to play dumb to men's egotistical ways. And we have a tendency to play dumb to their ways, and they always like to blame it. I read the book Brown Tears, White Tears, Brown Scars by Rumi Hamad, and I do agree with a lot of things in that books. But one thing that is said, that white females, I even noticed that even when they're ghetto or ignorant or white trash, they even like tend to still have this mentality of being a stupid person. And I'm like noticing it's not even just white females, it's like all women that have this mentality. And I'm pretty sure like she's older than me. I believe this girl is older than me. And like I know the camera, like I swear to God, it does not show me as good. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this camera and stuff like that, but it does not show me in the good way. I'm on 21. But they play dumb and stuff like that. And it's like all females of all colors that play dumb to males because we have been so oppressed and been told so much that we're inferior over men, that this is something that we have become so much like oppressed to. So I'm gonna be going to a lot of people's videos, and it's like she plays so stupid.
You at work right now? Wait, when did you get home?
This is a black guy that's talking to her with a mask on.
Okay.
And a lot of black guys like this, of course, they're very ignorant, and they would never like they like instead of like, these are the type of black males that like to talk about their ancestors in front of white women, and this is why they feel that they have a right to say racist things in front of people. And I can tell I'm not prejudging anybody, that this is his culture and everything like that.
Let me stop. I can't be. You say yes, I can.
I'm gonna text her, hello, what you drink.
Oh, what you drink? Bro, I literally just had this fucking camera, bro. I'm really gonna put it in the camera again? Yeah, bro, they're making me do extra work, bro. Alright, here, let me put this in camera for you. See it.
So she's like drunk and stuff like that.
Bakari.
And like the thing is like with like a lot of white women, and like it's not even just white women, it's cocoa women like that support Umar Johnson. and they like to play dumb to a lot of things that black males are doing. Like there are black males that are serial killers and stuff like that, and they like to play dumb to a lot of things that black males are doing because of slavery and civil rights movement, and also because they're bitter and angry. Not all. I don't like that stereotype because I'm chocolate. I'm not bitter and angry because I like white dick, and like they're bitter and angry basically about these, these things and stuff, and and they like to so like so they play dumb as well in defense of black males. Sometimes they ignore what black males are doing. Sometimes they ignore what black males are doing because of racism, and they like, okay, but they're only doing this because of racism and stuff like that, and that's not an excuse at all. And this is also what white women do, and like people like to say that, but actually you don't understand. The same thing that women are doing to black males, the women, and I call them black because they're lacking in sense. Anybody that's not lacking in sense, I call you a cocoa person. But like the same thing that white women are doing is the same thing that other races are doing towards their men. They're like doing what white women are doing. Of course, like these are the people that you created, and you're going to deny what they're doing. And this is the same thing that cocoa women are doing towards black males, and they're denying a lot of things they're doing because they're like, oh, it's white men that made you do these types of things and type of stuff like that. And exactly what Latino people and Native American people, and they like to play this victimization role, like game and stuff like that. And this is the same thing that we're having right here and stuff like that. And they're playing dumb just like cocoa women are playing dumb to black males, slave mentality, and word games. So like,
On my head, it's like that feeling all over again.
What feeling is that?
I don't know.
he said, what feeling is that? He has a ski mask on, and you want to act like you sound white. No, bitch, I don't sound white, but like people want to say that shit, bitch.
You don't know what feeling it is, but you said it feels like that feeling all over again. What?
And I'm just gonna get off her stuff because I can tell, like, I'm just giving right here. They like to say people are soft. It's not that you're soft. It's just that you are very much more so you have more used to basically playing dumb to things because you don't want to feel bad about yourself. And this is why a lot of white women do yoga, a lot of white women do meditation, because they have tried to there was this show Atlanta, and there was like this episode when they're like black people were getting reparations for like slavery, and there were white people in the show that were killing themselves. And this is the same thing. Basically, is what I'm talking about. It's just like basically they are playing dumb and stuff like that and act like they're dumb. And when I have a son that's with two white women, I don't like this legally playing dumb white bitch shit. Like honestly, and I call white females out on this. I have to remind people, and I'm so glad this happened to me, regardless if it was an older male that raped me, because like I have a story to tell people, and I feel like hopefully my story can have these motherfuckers understand and they like what they're talking about. Because like if I did not have my son with two white women and me being chocolate and I'm talking about a lot of things like this, or they're gonna be like, oh, you're just jealous because you don't have straight hair, you don't have blue eyes. No, bitch, I've seen chocolate women that have natural blue eyes and look way more prettier to me, to be honest. And I love my hair. And also, as I stated before, my mother was a woman that had nice long hair. And there were mixed people that used to touch her hair, African Americans that used to touch her hair because they never saw a chocolate woman with long hair. So, like, I grew up regardless of how I look, and I don't have the type of hair texture that my mother has. I got locks. That's not why I got locks to get long hair. It's just because I don't like to do like all the extra stuff with my hair and chemicals and things like that. So that's why I got locks. It was not because of insecurities, but my mother has longer hair and she has a different hair texture to me, but she's still the same color as me. So a lot of people growing up, especially African Americans that wear weave, they were like, "Oh my gosh, how the fuck are you this color and you have long hair?" So I grew up like, regardless of my mother being chocolate, I grew up like we kind of looking at the world very differently. And like, so I'm going to do this, and then she, she's playing dumb and shit like that, and I don't like that shit because of my son being with two white women, and she's playing dumb.
Passed, but November 7th.
And that's why they say a lot of white women don't have personalities, and a lot of males like that are with them, they're only with them, not all of them, to feel superior over white men or because of their features. Because a lot of them, unfortunately, I'm not trying to be mean, a lot of them, not all of them, they don't have personalities. And there are white people that are trying to fight this because they don't like this stereotype that is against them, because they feel that they're cool people and they don't like the stereotypes to other white people against them. So I do understand. I appreciate the other white people that are like that. But unfortunately, just like black males that are ignorant, the voices, the people that are like this in your community are very loud. Unfortunately, versus the other people that are not like that, they're more or less loud. So I find another one for me. And a lot of white women that have daddy issues like to talk to black guys. And I find it funny that black guys are finding strength over strength for talking to white women that that have daddy issues. And like, how the fuck can you feel superior that, because you know they're obviously not in a higher society. So like, how the fuck can you really feel superior over white men when you're talking to someone that white people consider to be white trash? So I'm trying to understand, but they're so oppressed, and they're thinking that they're getting one over white men, that they think that when they have sex with women that are considered white trash, they consider them to be, I have to be comfortable for this story, they consider them to be still having one over on white man. And I'm like, honestly, when I hear this white privilege shit in this time, I'm like, white privilege, I find it funny that you're talking about white privilege, because with these, a lot of these black guys fucking these white women to feel superior over white men. And it's so many, especially after slavery, because white women, not all of them, but they were so insecure because their husband was cheating on them with a slave, and that did not have what they call good hair, and they were making beautiful mulatto babies. And a lot of white women were very upset about this, so it's to try to get back at white men. This is why they started this. And a lot of black males that are conscious, like Umar Johnson, and I'm putting in quotation for a reason, they like to say that the Cocoa women being a part of the women liberation stopped them from doing something in the Cocoa community. When I find that so funny, because the black males, they also were trying to marry white women. They passing the law around the same time to marry white women. So like, I'm trying to understand how you're saying, I mean, like, when was law passed for black males to marry white women? So I'll give you the time to marry white women. And as I said before, because I like to say before I do my video, because some narcissistic males would say, oh, you're upset because black dick is good. No, I actually like white men. And I've had really good big natural white dick BWCs naturally. And I'm not doing this because of the hatred of black males, because I have no hatred over them regardless of me being raped. I have no hatred of them. It just, I'm being honest and speaking the truth, and because of me living white family, and I don't see a lot of people on social media platforms that are like me. So it was time I finally got out of my shell to spread my voice, and that's what I'm gonna do, and no one's going to stop me. Not even death. I will come back as a ghost and talk about this. I'm actually gonna come back worse because I'm gonna fucking roast you guys and stuff like that. So it has nothing to do with that at all, because I've had sex with white guys that have big dicks, bigger dicks than black guys. And you're like, how the hell do you know that white guys have bigger dicks than black guys when you never had sex with black guys? Because I know for a fact, because I don't know how to explain it to you guys. I have this energy where I can sense the size of a male's dick before I see it. And you're not me, so you don't understand what I'm talking about. But I can sense, they had to say big dick energy. That's a lie. There's no such thing as big dick energy. I can literally see through a man's pants and I can see what type of dick they have. And I'm not lying. And I can tell what size of dick they have and I can know it's small. And I've also seen porn. I don't watch porn a lot because I'm not a pervert. And I've seen porn with black guys having sex with white females and they had tiny dicks. And I had sex with white guys and their dicks were bigger than that. And I know for a fact that no, not all black guys have bigger dicks. And you could say maybe there's the white guys that are mixed with white. There are guys from Africa that are dark as hell that have small penises too. This is true. So this is a lie. So it says June 7, 1966. It says issue is Loving versus Virginia, which struck down laws that banned marriages between people of color. And this was in 1966, around the same time that the women liberation movement was in. And a lot of people like to that like are conscious. I'm gonna put in quotations like Umar Johnson. They like to talk about how that ruined the black people's, like, regardless of anything, Cocoa women did not participate in the women liberation movement. This culture would still be like this, and I promise you to God, I'm not lying. Them participating in the women liberation movement, that did not stop anything. This culture would still be as ignorant as it is today, and it did not stop anything at all. Okay, that actually made the cocoa women better and smarter because after slavery, a lot of black males, their bloodline should not have been continued. A lot of black males, because they've been oppressed and colonized for so long, they needed to be isolated and away from people to get to understand what manhood is again. A lot of them, they would take advantage or rape a lot of little girls when they were before they were women, and they would rape them because they wanted to get over on white men. And there was a lot of molestation, and there's a lot of videos reported of that, a lot of girls after slaveries, because the black males wanted to get over on white men, and there was a lot of rape over them. A lot of girls, even the Black Panther person, he said that he wanted to be superior over white men so bad that he wanted to rape white women, and that he decided to start off by raping cocoa women and little girls in the culture. And this is what people support. And Umar Johnson, he's a descendant of this culture, and this is why I say this is the fall of Umar Johnson. This is why I'm titling the video that, because you have to understand, even though I'm doing this with tags and stuff like that, this video is really titled the fall of Umar Johnson, because I'm so tired of these cocoa women being so bitter. I don't like the stereotypes, bitter and angry. They're to the point where you're not understanding what these males are doing. They're using you and your strength as a female, and they're using you because you are the one that create more of them, and you allow them to put themselves in you. And there are like some of them, they just want to bring hell on white people because of what white people did. So you want to bring more ignorant ghetto people in this world to bring, hell to white people in their land so they can have ghetto ass children that disrespect white people. And this is what a lot of black males do. And you have to understand that a lot of these black males are secretly gay, and not just all black males. A lot of males of all colors are secretly gay, and I have been told this by many males that people have girlfriends and stuff like that, and they're like still like having sneaking into clubs to have sex with men and stuff like that. And this is not a lie, this is the fact of truth. A lot of males, like a video that I just seen, are overly aggressive and they're drug dealers like Moonlight. But there was a girl that walked in, or an Indianapolis, that happened a year ago, and she walked in on the guy that was calling the guy his cousin, and they were fucking each other and things like that. And a lot of these things are like, even with just seeing a story with Morgan Freeman, who was having intercourse with his step granddaughter or stepdaughter, whatever it was really fucking wrong. And she's also really wrong. We had to understand this, because I'm pretty sure that she was having intercourse with him because he's famous, and she wanted to have a famous person baby. And like, regardless of anything, he's wrong even more than her. Regardless of the situation, he's even wrong with her. Because there was supposedly a little girl that he raised, and he wanted to have sex with her. And everybody wants to always blame white men on things like this, and it's highly fucking disgusting. And I'm so tired of these black. I used to like be a female, like not a female, a person that supported like a lot of these things. and I have a period every month. I just don't like to say female. I just don't like anything in my name that has male in it, like menstrual cycle. Like, why do I have to call it a menstrual cycle? Men don't have periods. And I don't like having to give appreciation to males. They don't have like a lot of things that we don't have. And also, as I say to you, um, males, they have X and Y chromosome, whereas women, we have X and X chromosome. We don't have the male chromosome in us, but they have us and us. So I do not like to have things connected to me that says men. So I prefer to be called a goddess instead of having something that's connected to me that says men, because I find it very disrespectful. As I find it disrespectful being called black. I want you to does my skin color match this, or does it match my eyebrow? And if you say that my skin color matches this more than it matches my eyebrow, you're not comment on my video, but you sick as hell. You sick. And I'm gonna go into other people's tag video just to see what the fuck is going on in the tag thingy. It's a lot of things that are going on, so I'm gonna go into it and everything like that. I'm gonna go into people thingy that are mostly white females or something like that. Let me see who I have. What's your last say? Libra Queen? Libra Queen.
When the sun dies.
She's with a black guy. Most of these females with a black guy. It's a thing. And I've been hearing Latino guys coming out, and they're saying that. And it's so funny that I've seen so many white women wearing bonnets in these videos, and I don't even wear bonnets. I stopped wearing bonnets since I was a kid because I don't know if my hair is just too soft or silky, but every time, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing or having exorcism in my sleep or something, but like every time I wake up, like majority of the time, a couple times I had my bonnet on, but my bonnets will come off, and I just got so tired of wearing them. Like, what's the point of wearing bonnets? Like, I try to tie them so tight they don't stay on, so I stopped wearing bonnets. Not because I don't want to be a ghetto ass bitch. It's just because they simply just did not stay the fuck on my head. And these coca women are wearing bonnets, and it's so funny that these black males are saying racist things, but you prefer to date a woman that wears a bonnet and wear braids. And what you're really not saying is that you have insecurities about yourself, and you have insecurities about having your hair, and you don't want to say that because that's going to make you feel like a emasculated male. So in everything, you want to blame things on females instead of accepting that you're insecure and saying those things. And unfortunately, these type of men, like a lot of these insecure males, are having babies when they should not be having babies at all. And a lot of these males are having babies and they should not have babies at all. So they should not be having babies. But a lot of women, especially because they're getting interested in rap music, even Latino guys, I've seen Latino guys and Latino couples ride past me and they playing rap music. You're putting your female onto black niggas, slave mentality niggers, and stuff like that. So and you want to get upset when you're talking about it's because black guys have bigger dicks. No, that's not true, because I've had intercourse with Latino guys, Asian guys, and white guys, and they have good dicks. So I don't understand how the fuck I'm not your race, and I've had intercourse with men that are your race that have good penis, and you're saying that black guys' penises are better when that's not true. Just like everything, like with white guys, like I've seen porn that says BWC, which means big white cock dominates chocolate vagina. And I think maybe it's because when a man has sex with someone that's another race, they find that it's more to prove because they're not their race and stuff like that. And maybe that they just feel like that because the black guys black guys have more to prove because they are the most emasculated males in the world because of Africa, Caribbean, everything. They're so emasculated. and they have more to prove than any other male species on this earth. So maybe that's the reason why, is because they have so much to prove, and a lot of them have gay thoughts, and they try to have sex with a lot of women, like Umar Johnson. Like he married, I'm saying he's married to light women, and understand I have sex with, I prefer white men. I'm actually my fiance is a Pakistani man, what I don't like to talk about on my channels, because of immigration and stuff like that. And I don't like them in my business, but this is my fiance. I just don't like them in my business because of the fact of I love him, and when I speak in is real and stuff like that. But so this is not true at all. And and I notice these types of things that are happening, and I'm very disgusted in it. And I notice the truth of everything that is happening. Everything that is happening, I'm noticing the truth and everything. So I want to talk about that, and I'm gonna look for other people channel to go onto. Let me see. Let me put on this girl because she has the alien girl and she looked at white girl. She said, "Hi, you like I'm gonna say hi. You like chocolate women?"
Every color. I have a couple. I like black, blue, red.
Black. I said not black chocolate. And you see, when I talk about stuff like this, people are so fake when they say they real. They want to ban me because I don't think I clicked anything on there that said that I want to get cut down.
In the
That's the same girl. Let me go. So I'm going to another white girl's profile and stuff like that. Just to see like their mindset. And a lot of these people in their profile are ghetto as fuck, to be honest. And you like white males, black males. And I want to meet a female that has sense, and not
I might make it to midnight. Shout out to y'all.
and that just has sense. Because when I hear things like this, when you are a Kokomel and there's like so many things and people that want to kill you, and I see these ignorant as women that are white that have babies by them, and I noticed that a lot of them, they're very still more so ignorant. I'm like, instead of like Kokomels like spreading unity, you can tell that a lot of them are, even if there are some that do it for love. And I'm not saying this because, as I said, I have been with white men, all type of things. So these are not saying this. This is saying this from experience, because I have walked past a white guy, a black guy that was with a white female. He does not know that as I do everybody, if you're in my Ford and you're my perfect virgin, I look at you, because especially when I was in Chicago, and this is at the time when I was in Chicago and I was visiting, and I look at you because I don't know what the fuck you guys are on. I'm really nervous about what's going on. I'm very scared about what's going on. And I just look at everybody, and I look at the guy, and he rolled his eyes, and he was like one of these Kevin Samuel looking type of guys, and he rolled his eyes at me. I don't understand why. I know I understood why, but like I was just like so disgusted because he did not understand that I actually prefer white men over him. And secondly, I was raped, and my son is with two white women. So the fact that you just instantly think that I'm looking at you because I feel insecure or jealous because you're with a white female, that disgusts the fuck out of me. And I try to connect with women on this. I'm open to all colors of women, but I'm noticing a lot of women that are white on this app, they're very ghetto as fuck. And I don't want to have intercourse just like white men that have black male friends, because a lot of these black males, they have the wrong mindset. And if I'm going to date a motherfucker that has a black male mindset, then I might as well date a black male. And I don't like black males that are like this, so why the fuck would I date them? And they have this mindset and stuff like that. So it's really confusing to me. a lot of these things that are going on. And I know for a fact everything that I'm saying is straight facts because I've seen a lot of YouTube videos of women that have been making YouTube videos before me and they have been talking about this. And after I started recording this, I'm starting to notice like Chrissy, another YouTuber, and stuff like that who have been posting things like this and sharing these types of things. And there was a black male in her YouTube video. He's like sending her a bunch of money. He's trying to, because they don't want black females to hate them all, and they want to say this about things, but you also understand that the reason why you're fully like this, and they want to continue to bring hatred and hell onto black males. And there's this thing in the Bible that they're saying that black males are the real Anunnakis and weird things like that. But they also understand that for you to have power, because there's people that say that the same thing that white people have done to them, they're going to have happen to them as well. And then black men are going to be in power. But black men also, regardless of the race thing they're saying, they understand that you're not going to be in power if white cocoa women do not continue to have you. So for you to even have this prophecy or dream fulfilled, cocoa women have to continue to have you, because none of the things that you're saying is not going to be fulfilled if a cocoa woman does not have you. And unfortunately, a lot of these ghetto, I don't like these stereotypes that are put onto these women, but unfortunately I do have an irritation with these ghetto Shanika ass bitches, because you are the main ones that continue to spread the seeds of these men and getting STDs from men that are gay as fuck and are having sex in jail, and you continue to spread the mentality of them. And I don't like the way they talk about you, but like sometimes I'm like, and these are black males that also say these things about you. So like obviously these black males are saying these things about you. They're saying as well, they don't like you spreading them around. These black males are saying to you that they want you to let them go extinct. They don't want them to be created. So stop creating these black men. That's what they're saying to you, as I've said in a lot of my videos. And I know a lot of you are having babies already, or pregnant already, or already had, like, you have a newborn son or something like that. And I do apologize for that, and hopefully it is a peaceful birth. But unfortunately, everything that I'm saying is true. And at least just listen to this, and hopefully your son does not come out like that. But unfortunately, this is how a lot of them are. And it's like really disgusting. And I'm not gonna like look for other people's tag videos. I have to pee very soon, and I'm not gonna play any of these games. But like, as I said with Umar Johnson, he likes to spread this message that he loves, like, to cocoa people, that he loves that. But with Umar Johnson, he married 2 light-skinned women. And when I saw that, I have no issue. As I said, I like white men, and my product are women that are lighter than him or that have straighter hair than the women that he married. But he had to marry and first of all, the women that I'm seeing in the picture that he married, they look like mother and daughter. They look exactly the same. He did not marry a chocolate woman, even though he said that darker women were the first on this planet, and he said that in his documentaries. He still did not marry a chocolate woman, and it's because he's insecure. And he has Umar Johnson, regardless of how much he tries to say conscious things, he has gay mentality. And you have to be a real goddess and a female, a woman. I don't like to say woman, female. As I said, a real goddess like I am, to understand these type of females and boys, to understand that they have gay mentality. If you don't understand, it's sick. So because he wants to marry fuck a white woman. He probably has secretly and has not come out. And he wants to fuck a white woman because he wants to feel superior with white men. But he has gotten power over manipulating and belittling cocoa women for so long that he cannot do that, because of course if cocoa women see him with a white female, they're going to be upset, like, oh my gosh, you lied to us, and you doing all this stuff, telling us all these things. And he went on just recently this year, he said, cocoa women, do not give your seed to white men. And that's so rude, because there are white men that are better than Umar Johnson. So how can you say something like that? And he married 2 light-skinned women. And if I was a male that had the opportunity to marry a bunch of women, I would marry women that look different from each other. He married women that look very much so the same. They look like their mother and daughter. And So how can you preach these things that you're not even living? And you Coca women have to understand a lot of these black males, they have these stereotypes of you being angry and bitter. And the reason why you're angry and bitter is because of males like this. And you're not expanding your options, and you don't understand that there are males from Europe that come over to America just to see Coca women. And you don't understand it's because you are so busy being distracted by these black males that are so upset because they're oppressed by white men and the fact that they have to live under white men's rule. So they're finding power over belittling and demeaning you and making you be angry and bitter. And this is why you continue to do so. And there's older women. Of course, I understand. I've seen slave movies and I cried about when I saw these movies. Like when I saw the movie Washington Go to Birmingham and I saw the two little girls blow up. I was so sad and I had anxiety when I saw that movie. I saw so much anxiety. And the fact that we fast forward today to Coco, black males are saying racist things after I seen something like this, and they want to lie. And I know for a fact that the real reason that they have they want these women is because a lot of black males, especially in Africa, not especially in Africa, black males, even though it's in Caribbean, Africa, in America, they're bleaching their skin. They have insecurities about their skin color and also their hand texture. So the real reason they're not going to say this, they're trying to dominate themselves into other races, but they're insecure about their hair and their skin color. And they're trying to say that they're the Anunnakis and they're the gods. There's nothing godly or anything about what you're doing. So how can you say that you were Anunnaki? And I keep saying, there was a test on YouTube where Coca women were asked, would you prefer to be under black males' rules or white men rule? And 93 or 97% of women, they stated that they prefer to be under white men's rule. Regardless of anything that these black males like Umar Johnson, Louis Farrakhan like to preach about, they are still men. You have to understand, they would have done the same thing that the white people are done, and love to say that corruption was not here until white people brought it here, which is very much so a lie. Corruption, you have to understand, if black people are trying to claim to be the first people here, you have to understand they were the first people to kill and rape as well. And my Haitian associate that I used to know, he also told me, he told me himself, I did not say this, he said that so I know for a fact no male is going to lie. He said that we were the first people, he said we were the first people here. He said we are the first people to rape men in the ass and have sex in the ass, in the butthole. And this is what he told me. A Haitian male, an African male, he told me. And I know for a fact that, and this is one male that at least I get that says the realness, because this is true. If you are the first people to hear, you are the first people to do all these things that you are trying to blame white people on. And you have to understand there are still African tribes that are cannibals. So how can you blame everything on white people as being evil? Because you have been evil as well for a very long time. And this is much so a lie. A lie that you are saying. So I just don't understand. I understand. I know I keep saying I don't understand. I just don't understand like how someone can understand that they're insecure, emasculated, and you still have the audacity, like Kevin saying, to make videos when you know for a fact that you're emasculated. You have the audacity to make videos and stuff like that, and it's so weird to me. And they say this is a white man's world and it's white privilege. I'm like, how the hell is it white privilege? Because white men are allowing these black males to make podcasts in their country to disrespect them. And there are white men, as I said, that have bigger penises than black males. Why are you allowing them to go onto podcasts? You are allowing Kyrie Irving, Kanye West. I don't even listen to this because I don't like rap music like this. I never liked Kanye West. I've always sensed that he was gay. You are allowing these men to be in your white privileged country. And I'm saying this in quotation marks because the way that these black males are acting, they're acting like this is their country. And I used to be with these black males, but like honestly, I prefer white males to be in rule. And I'm not liking how you white men are allowing these people to rule you like this. And it's so disgusting. You are allowing these black males to disrespect you. They're putting, they're trying to convince their women with their penises that they have the best penis in the world, which is a lie. And you are allowing these men to F your women, do all these things, and it's seeming like you are losing control. And this is not, and it's just probably why a lot of white people are fighting for white privilege, because it probably, like, it seems like you guys are losing that, because these black males are being very disrespectful. And as I said, I don't want them, especially with this mindset, to be in control as much as I don't want you to. So how are you allowing this in a white man's world? It doesn't seem like that's it, because they're very much so disgusting and they're using your women. And it's obviously, you don't understand Roy versus Wade there, you don't care. It's like, are you done, white man? Are you done? Are you don't want to have power anymore? You don't want to have, I'm sending you my tattoo, you don't want to have power anymore, that you allow him to do it. Just say, white man, go on national TV and say, we're done having power. Black men rule us. Because at this point, white men, I had so much hope for you, and you are allowing these black males to go onto these podcasts and say these things and disrespect your women, come into your country, disrespect your women. It's like you're losing power. If you do not see that, then something is wrong with you. You're losing it, because this is what is really are being seen, honestly, that you're losing your power.